to all media, I believe, is the belt to have in each division.
Why did you ever worry about that you're staying around too long and you're going to get hurt?
Never worry about that.
Never worry about getting hurt?
I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that, just like I don't worry about going on 95 in Philadelphia, going to Delaware, my home, that an accident is going to happen. What you do, you can't compete with variation on your mind. You can't do an exclusive interview with a top-notch athlete or an actor or an actress and say to yourself, what if I don't ask the right questions? This is such and such, or this is such and such. You can't go in there with intimidation on your mind because you already fell. To me, the only way you fail if you don't try. That's a failure. Yes, you got first, you got second, you got third place, but the bottom line is you don't know what you're going to be if you don't try. And for me, I don't look at what if. If I would have looked at what people said 5 years ago, when 35, 36, 38 was considered Twilight Zone old, I wouldn't be here. Now I'm 42. They're trying to figure out, wow, he's pushing the envelope. No, I'm not pushing the envelope. It's because you're looking at a guy that's 42 by age, 42 by birth certificate, but in reality, what have I done other than having good genetics? Because my grandmother's 94 and she walks around in high heel shoes, believe it or not. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't hang out late, I don't party. I've been a monk to this business. I've been into this business and I've been disciplined in this business. So I have the leverage and the luxury of fighting beyond the time that fighters fight. So what I've came up with in Philadelphia, while I'm training there before I come here to LA, June 10th, training at the Wild Card gym, the Freddie Roach's gym. And I came up, and y'all going to see this, but I'm going to give y'all a presentation of it now. And I got to take the credit for this, because I'm letting you know where my head is at all the time, how I'm always thinking. And I remember coming home in elementary school, and I used to run home to try to watch Lee Majors, the $6 million man. And so I came up with something with a guy out of Golden Boy who do all the filming. Leroy Simons.
Yeah.
He came to Philly for my foundation dinner after the New York press tour, the DC press tour, and we stopped over last week. And we got some doctors. We done put white jackets on. They got me up at 5:30 in the morning. We ran 880s at Temple University College. It's wow. I mean, I'm rolling. I'm doing like 1.3. I'm doing like 17 seconds a quarter mile around. Crazy. 5 times with a 10-second break footage on camera. Then we go to my little protein shops and I eat and they get me on film, and then we go to the gym. Later on about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we go to the gym. And I box, I go through all my resume, I do everything. John David Jackson's there, he's southpaw, he's working the southpaw thing. So they got me doing all these calisthenics, I'm doing the rope, and I'm running through things like this. Then I'm doing little weights, and then I get on the treadmill. And they got me all, you know, with the heart monitors on, Lee Majors. And I'm running, bursting speed. And it's after everything I've done, from the morning, from the afternoon. Because I don't know if somebody out there watching afar that's not a boxing fan, but just an investor. I'm that poster boy for what I believe to come down the road. Now, I must say, and something that's so unique that it does raise attention and does raise questions and does raise admiring of a person. I understand that. But it came from a lot of discipline younger to be able to be where I'm at now. There's a lot of things I've done when I was 20 and 30 that will put me in this stage right now and be where I'm at right now. Never cut. This man been following me over 10 years, never been beat up. I've been blessed. I'm not that good. I'm good, but I'm not that good to the point where I'm not fortunate and blessed too, because I believe that I'm being watched over. I believe all those things, but I also believe that I'll put the work in early in my life and my career for a testament to athletes, boxers, football players, whatever, wrestlers, high school, college, or pro, that if you take care of yourself and you have some talent, is that you can take your career beyond the expectations of what others might think. We have new technology over the last 30, 40, 50 years that Ali didn't have, that Joe Louis and Ray Robinson didn't have. We got vitamins that we can take. We got universal sneakers that's different than when Wilt Chamberlain played with the Chucks with no arch in them. So when people ask, they got to understand that we have a luxury amongst athletes compared to 40 or 50 years ago. Some of us don't understand that to them, we are spoiled for those who are alive.
Now, knowing that, and why wouldn't you throw Winky a bone? Say, okay, 50,000, like you did Joppy.
What do you mean, 50,000?
On the bet for the knockout. Because
I believe that his corner would not stop the fight based on a bet, and his life would be on the line. Winky, Joppy fight. Let me tell you something about the bet. Joppy fight, I put up $50,000, I'll knock him out.
I was there.
Joppy had a head like a rock mine he had the same thing. He was beat up. And the referee and everybody's calling, not the referee, but people outside saying, wait a minute, stop the fight. He wasn't going to win the fight. Well, I was asking to stop because I had $50,000 on the thing, but also, and he was hurt. So I'm not going to put my money in a situation where I know his corner won't save him from himself. Fighters won't quit. He won't stop, and his corner will think. I don't want to chance his corner. Not saying that they will or they wouldn't, because I can't say that, but I don't want to choice that. But what I did say to Winky is bet that I'll win. He didn't want to bet. So why would I put the burden on myself? I know what I'm going to go out to do. But why would I put the extreme burden on myself, and he might not come to fight, and I can't knock him out? If a man don't come to fight, see, I ain't a gambler, but if I am going to gamble, I'm going to gamble smart in my favor. So I'm thinking why he said that, no, I'm not going to go for that. Because if he stinks the place out and lie to y'all, then you can't knock nobody out that don't want to get knocked out. So I figure, forget that. When it comes to money, bet that I win. What'd he say? No.
We have one question, one last question.
He's not going anywhere.
Perhaps, strategy-wise, how are you going to penetrate? Nice, huh?
Yeah. You thinking too, ain't you? Hold up,
get a breather.
No, I gotta let it.
You're a monk, remember?
No, listen, I gotta let it go down a little bit.
Oh, get out of here.
Get the cameras up, man. Think it's a roll of quarters, you know what I mean?
Right. We have in strategy though. No one's been able to penetrate Winky's defense. Not even Jermaine Taylor's power. Trinidad was there busting his butt. I mean, what kind of strategy are you going to use to penetrate that defense?
Well, speaking of the first one, Trinidad is methodic. He's right there in front of you. He's not a guy that to me, even when I fought him, that won't do anything different. What I mean by that, he's going to continue to try and program to do what he's been doing all his life, no matter who he fought or who he's been in the ring with. And sometimes you got to have that versatility. Mm-hmm. I have that. That's the knock on Trinidad, why he couldn't, in his style of fighting in front of you, not moving and just trying to use brute strength with brute strength. That was his problem. Jermaine Taylor, wide. Everything wide. When you fight a Winky Wright, if you go wide, he's going to do what he's do all the time. He's going to cover it up, and he's going to hold and wait for you to make contact and punch in between your punches. Mm-hmm. That's the difference between Trinidad and Bernard and Jermaine Taylor, mm-hmm. is that I can go 6 inches, I can go wide, I can go in the middle. Winky Wright's going to have to get 5 or 6 different type of sparring partners to fight Bernard Hopkins. And as the trainer said, we're going to get 7. Fine, you're going to need 7 because you're going to get 7 different looks on my term, not his term. So that's the difference between the two guys you mentioned, Trinidad and Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine Taylor is wide when he punches.
All right.
And he throws the same punches every time where a fighter can
catch that,
expect what's coming at all times.
All right. Thanks a lot, B-House. Good luck.
Good.